here's the intro to my very first YouTube video. So, goal of this YouTube channel is to show you all of the steps to setting up a YouTube channel. That's not the actual end goal of this YouTube channel. The end goal is just to be a normal channel that provides entertaining content. But the first part of the series is going to be how to set it up. And the way I'm doing it, the way I'm going about it, is I'm doing everything on Linux, everything with open and free software. So that's kind of the weird, quirky part that hopefully makes it a little more interesting. So what I'm doing is I'm using Ubuntu 23.10. Any version of Ubuntu is probably going to be roughly more or less the same. I think if you go to their website right now, the version that you can download is 2404, so you should be fine using that. I'm using a gaming desktop right now, and we'll see how that goes. It should be, it has a GPU, so it should be a little bit better than like a laptop, but that actually might be one of the things I go into, is, you know, the difference between doing this on a laptop versus a desktop that has a GPU. I don't think it'll be that much of a difference. I think a lot of these tools are pretty lightweight, but we'll see. That's one of the things that might be interesting, is once I get a laptop set up with all the tools, we'll see how much harder it is to do on that, how much longer it takes. This is what I have right now desktop wise. This is a pretty high level overview of the hardware. Pretty simple run-of-the-mill Ryzen entry level. I think it's like $100. AMD RX 6800 XT, which is a pretty good graphics card. It's not the best, but it's worked really well for what I want it to do. And from what I understand, if you want to do gaming on Linux, which I did have the interest in doing at the time, then you kind of have to go with an AMD card. So that's part of the reason why I chose that. I haven't really done that. I game on Windows because it just works better, but eventually I do want to do gaming on Linux when it's a little bit better. Anyways, whole point of this is to kind of give you the rundown of what this is all about. So gosh, this is bad. Maybe this will be a great clip for going through some editing stuff, and who knows, but that won't be the intro. This is the intro. So the first things I'm going to show you is kind of how to set up a YouTube channel. And basically you just create a Google account, and then you go to YouTube and you go to like login. Okay, I am going to try and sit up straight and use my big boy production voice, because I was trying to figure out filters and modulations to make my voice sound more broadcasty, and I think I just mumble into the microphone. So I'm going to try and sit up straight and project my voice better and see if that helps. Let's edit this profile picture. Change. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's go back to the original thing I was trying to show, which is we need to create a logo for our channel. So we're creating a YouTube channel, so we need a logo. It's one of the first things that they have you do when you go in to set up your channel. And I already did that in the previous recording. That sounds like me mumbling. So that's going to be tip number one, is well, I don't know if this is going to work, but if it does and this makes it out, then tip number one is don't try and make a recording and then go in with audio like modulation or like auto-tune of some kind and try to make your voice sound louder and better and more broadcasty. Just try and record it that way initially. So I'm trying to sit up straight, be louder, project my voice more, see if that comes off better on the microphone, because before it just sounded like a poor little man mumbling in the corner. And in a lot of ways I think it was. So let's see if this works. So I just type AI logo generator, and I just click on the first one. Okay, cool. I just mumbled, but let's see. Activities for anyone. Get out and do nothing. Something along those lines. So this is my logo name. This is my optional slogan. Continue. And I'm choosing internet since it's a YouTube channel. I chose pastel just because it looked the most professional, kind of modern to me. Obviously, you're going to want to choose what you want. And elegant seemed to give me the best baseline. I tried modern as well, and they were a little too simple. It kind of just looked like text generation. Alright, so it's generating our logos now. I'm going to kind of fly through this since this is the 2.5 time I've done this, and I'm learning things as I go. This one's very... Actually, I like this one. This one's pretty cool. Okay, so in the previous video or recording, I kind of showed how you can go in and edit it, and I wasted a lot of time doing that, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just edit that out. But it seems like it's easier just to do things the right way the first time. Okay, so preview, and then we can go to save, and it says logo saved. Oh, cool, where did it save to? Seems like it didn't do anything. And then if you read this carefully, it says share your logo design, download it for free when you collect 20 likes. So I don't know what that means. It seems like it just means that it's not an option and that does nothing. So then you go to buy. Oh, I'll just buy it. Oh, it's just too much money, and I don't want to spend that much money on this site that I wanted to generate a free logo for. I mean, for $60 or $100, you can pay somebody on like Fiverr to make a real one. So why would I do that? I'm not doing that. Print screen. Okay, screen capture. We have a screen capture of that now. Okay, this is open from before, so let me just close out this original one, discard changes, and then I'm going to open up that one that we just did. The one I'm using for in my current example is this one, and this is what I came up with for it. But just to go through things again and do it from scratch, we're going to open up that one we just created, which is this one. Okay, open. All right, so this is GIMP. This is an open source photo editing tool. Just think about it as like free Photoshop. Okay, keep it as simple as that. That's what it is. This is not centered. Okay, it is centered. Okay, so what are we doing here? We just want to remove this stuff, these watermarks, because they put them in there so that it looks stupid if you try and submit this or try and use this as your logo. So I'm using this, what is this called? Fuzzy Select tool. Okay, click on that. I clicked on the background so it selects everything in the background. This kind of just figures out what to select, and then I'm going to go select invert. That now selects everything but the background in this case. And I'm just going to copy that. And I am worried a little bit about this small text down here. If you can kind of see in the selection, it looks kind of blurry, muddy. But we'll see how that goes. So let's just do new, sure, that thing, paste. Okay, select. It looks kind of weird, so let's just see if that's the selection. Select none. Where's select none? Okay, that's select none. Okay, looks fine. Looks great. Awesome. Okay, so we now have a logo. And this is the one that I posted, and this might be the one I end up using, but for the sake of this demo, let's try and replace it with this one. And let's say I like this color, because I do like this color. It's kind of like a hot pink, but it's a really red hot pink, and I do like that color. So I'm going to try and recreate that color on the logo. Select. There's that hot pink. Okay, so now we have that color. Let's do select this and then shift. If you press shift, it adds to the selection. So now I have all this orange selected, and I'm just going to attempt to make that hot pink. Okay, that seems to have worked. Let's select none to make sure. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I like that. Oh gosh, I edited the wrong one. Okay, I edited the watermark. Let's get rid of this watermark. same thing. Select the orange, all of it, paintbrush, giant paintbrush, select none, looks good. Okay, this is our new logo. Export as. Okay, now I've created 3 of these already, AFA 0 through 2. This is going to be AFA, which is activities for anyone, right? This is the 4th one. Okay, yep, defaults, only defaults. I don't mess with stuff. I don't know how things work. Okay, let's go back to our YouTube channel and see if we can do this. So you can see what the logo looks like now. It looks pretty good. And I'm anticipating we might have issues with this ones I fixed for this version of it, but let's see. Yeah, we do. Okay. So this is exactly what happened last time. You come in here and it wants a square logo, and we've created a rectangular logo. And so basically this is not usable because we can't make it fit. So what I did was I went back in here and I changed the canvas size to make it a square. And like I said then, and like I'll say now, there's an easier way to do this. I'm sure there's graphic designers out here that know a very, very easy way to do this. Not that this isn't easy, it just seems cumbersome and the wrong way to do it. Canvas size. Okay. So the problem is that our canvas is a rectangle and it's being saved as an image as a rectangle. So unlock this ratio, and then we want it to be a perfect square. So 1262 by 1262. Resize. Okay. And now we can see that it's like that. And one of the things you have to do now is center it so that it's in the center for that square, that little tool. So I'm just going to drop this down. And we need to zoom out so we can kind of get a better idea of what this looks like. Okay. It's going to give us some wiggle room, so I'm not going to make this perfect. And then the other issue that I had is I just exported it like this, and then it was a rectangle with black space up at the top. So I'll kind of just skip over that and do what I did there to fix it, which is I did flatten image. Hopefully I can find that again. Flatten image. Okay. Now it's just a continuous square logo. Okay. Let's do export as AFA 4 defaults. Let's see if we can do this now. Okay, there we go. We have something usable now. And I'm going to try and make this as big as possible, so I'm going to scooch these in just so that when that circle goes to display, these letters and logos are as big as possible. And actually, as you can see, we need to move this up so that this is centered. That's why I said it doesn't matter if you get it perfect in that first cropping, because you basically do the alignment with this tool. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's try that. Okay, that's pretty small and tough to read, so I'm not going to save that, but that's how you would do that. And then this is my current logo, so yeah, cancel. I don't want to do that. Okay. All right, that's the end of that. We've created our logo for our channel. So that's how we created our logo for our channel. I'm going to stop the video here because that little walkthrough took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and we're already over 13 minutes. So this is just going to be the outro. I'm going to stop there, and I'm leaving you with this screenshot of what I'm doing now, which is putting the video together. So this will be a much more in-depth video. This will probably be the next one or the one after that of how to actually edit a video. Yeah, so that'll be either the next one or the one after that. So this is the end of the very first video on setting up a YouTube channel using Linux and open source tools. Thanks nobody for watching, and we'll see you next time. Brilliant.